let's get stuck into this community call. So yeah, this is a community call just to rehash what's happened in DHedge over the last sort of month, and then looking forward, what's the sort of come as well. Can everyone see my screen?
Yep, got it. Yep.
So this is a bit of an agenda. So yeah, just going over the trading competition which is live at the moment. Bit of update on Toros Finance, the SNX Debt Mirror, some new assets, bit of an overview of the dynamic bonds and the distribution from the protocol treasury. So for the trading competition, Jake, do you want to give a bit of an update and overview of what's happening?
Yeah, I will do. It's been really great to follow so far. The progress of all the managers, even though we still have a limited token set to play with, but I think it's been pretty amazing seeing some of the returns. I think the leader at the moment, MetaHedge, is the MetaHedge pool with a 25.2% return. I think is a really great effort from 3 weeks of trading. And yeah, so coming home strong for the last week, we've got a really close group in the top, making up the podium. And yeah, looking forward to seeing how that runs out. Just a reminder, we're still running the daily lottery on a daily basis. So as long as you have at least 100 SU and SD invested in any of the valid pools and tweet on a daily basis, including the hashtags DHedge on Optimism and tagging DHedge in the tweet, then you're eligible to be in the draw for a daily 200 SNX prize, which the current market rates is just over $1,000. So a week left. Looking forward to seeing how that runs out, and also a reminder that the $70,000 remaining of prize money between DHT tokens and SNS tokens goes to investors in any of the top 5 pools that finish at top 5 at the end of the comp, based on an investor's daily investment amount over the last 30 days in that pool. So you're looking excited to see that comp finish next Friday. Was that a question that came in, or if
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Does the manager's way?
I'm sorry, I'm not hearing that well.
Sorry. Yeah. So managers, when they're in the composition, they also enter as an investor. So you win based on the amount that you have invested in your own pool. If you're
okay. Thank you.
Yep. No problem.
Thanks, Edson. Did everyone hear the question? I didn't hear any question asked then.
I didn't hear it either.
He was asking if the manager receives a reward, or if it was only investors.
Yeah. So one of the obviously common strategy, because obviously limited resources, but is swing trading on shorter intervals, and it seemed that Link had the most changes in shorter time frames. So most of the top 5 had utilised trading in and out of between Link and SUSD. But I think is Alex? Are you on the call from SW DAO? No, I think because he was going to speak, but he might not be here. What about Helios? I can see you're here. Do you want to speak on your sort of current strategies and experience of the competition so far?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Hi. So far it's been fun. It's been a tight race with tight parameters, and personally for me, I like it. It makes all of us be better as managers, just to hone our skill. We have the DCA. We have to make sure we understand the fees and how in and out, and how that affects our performance. The performance, we're so tight right now, so any little thing we do, makes a difference. And personally, I think that's a great advantage to have as a manager is this experience going forward in all these different facets of the manager index asset management protocols. So I'm happy. This so far everything's good. Let's keep it pushing.
Yeah, thanks. So, what's your overall view of the market as well? Just on a side note.
It's fine. You know what? Options. I've been tracking them, and for I think the 31st was the first option I looked at. Every time that option expired, it's been dipping, and right after that, we got a great pump up. You can look at that maybe on the 15 or the 1 hour time frames. It shows it, so I'm not too worried about it. It's a pattern going on right now, and I see things to go up very shortly.
Awesome, good to hear it. Definitely need more upside.
Yep. But so far, great, man. It's been good.
Was there any other managers on that want to speak about their sort of strategy? I see Lion Danny, you want to speak about your strategy and experience in the competition?
Hello. I would like to speak.
Okay, we'll just move on then. Thanks for that, it's great.
So someone wanted to speak.
I want to speak.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Are you guys hearing me?
Yep.
Yeah, I got you, Miguel.
So, I'm from Apollo Partners. I'm the manager of the pool. I'm here with my traders, João and Global Pro, Ted Dixon. And we're seeing the market now really tough, and we believe that current market conditions might
I can't
toughen.
hear anything if someone's talking.
One moment. Is it better now?
Maybe if you raise his volume. I don't know. Yeah.
Is it better?
I can hear you.
Yeah. So basically, we believe that market conditions are really starting to toughen, and there's a probability that the bull market might start to go away in the next 6 to 5 months. We believe that a bubble will not happen, but the market structure changes in a way that a rotation.
Yes, yeah. I like to speak briefly about something Elius spoke first. I don't see the cost being good, the fees. You gotta really time the trades. You gotta really think your ins and outs. But I just see cost as friction. And I mean, if we could lower those fees and get the platform more agility, I think we could really enhance the returns.
All right, great. Thanks for sharing.
Wait, yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I think it will be an interesting year because it's the first time since a long time that we're gonna see this developed market central banks raising rates. It will be the first time since all this environment of cryptocurrencies and this market start to develop. It will be interesting to see how this market will react to all the central banks hiking rates. We'll start to see real rates coming positive again in some countries, and it will be interesting to see the resilience of the market and as Miguel told, what's going to be the impact with some currencies and in general with this new market that never saw the central banks competing with positive interest rates. I think it will be very, 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 very interesting to see. And but I hope the market. I don't know how, if we can measure directly the impact. It's hard.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how the sort of traditional world then interacts with crypto and what the inflows or outflows are.
Yeah, we are watching closely the current auctions on all the notes and bills, just to see how the market is absorbing with the first tapers in place.
Yeah.
Their money in stable coins, and we can follow this by the volume of stable coins rising steadily month over month for the last 6 months. So we believe that this current trend will continue to rise together with plays like the metaverse, plays with L1 plays starting to like correct themselves, like 50, 60, 70%, like DeFi tokens made for the last 12 months. So we're working on this rotation at the moment, and we believe that it will be prevailing for this semester. So it's our current view, and we will remain like focused on this rotation for the next 6 months. Thank you, guys.
Cool. Well, yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, interesting on the overall market. Yeah, I think once sort of everything sort of kicks back into gear, I think it'll only take 1 or 2 like upside events to bring the whole market up anyway. So let's get into discussing Toros Finance. So Toros Finance is an incubated protocol from DHT. So, and what it is has these derivatives products, so you can get easy on-chain access. So the first 4 tokens are Ethereum and Bitcoin, both bull and bear tokens. So it's an easy way to get leverage long and short without having to manage those positions yourself. Actually, what's quite interesting at the moment is both the bear tokens for Toros have about, I think, between 15 and 20% performance over the last month, obviously because the market's been mostly down. And then also the exciting thing for all the managers is having these tokens assets available to trade, so that you can utilize both the long and the short to catch those whatever direction the market is moving. So I'm excited to see how that gets utilized to maximize the each manager's pool performance. So I'm not sure if anyone from Synthetics is on here or not, but yeah, so we've been working with Synthetics obviously from the start, but more recently in doing a renewed Synthetics Debt Mirror. So now this has been launched for a while on Polygon, but now we've just bridged this over to Ethereum, so it makes it like very easy for any synthetic stakers to hedge their debt, and this will be incorporated into the Synthetics Debt soon. I would say probably in the next week. So then once someone stakes, they can just click hedge, and then they'll just buy the SNX is what we're calling it. So it's the Synthetics Debt Mirror. So then that mirrors all the debt from the synthetics, all the synths. So they don't have to worry about manually doing that, because obviously a lot of people got wrecked when the market sort of moved. The other interesting thing about this particular pool is because it's mainly short ETH, it actually has been performing fairly well overall. It's actually the top ranked pool at the moment. The other bonus is because it's hedging the particular assets, but then those assets can be utilized in Aave to earn yield as well. So it should earn reasonable yield while still hedging the debt correctly. So we've also had some new assets enabled at the end of last year. Jake, do you want to briefly go over these assets?
Is that me, Jake, Matt, or Jakey Boy?
Yes, you. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. So DHT now obviously is enabled in the app, so which is a great benefit for managers to add the native token, protocol token into their portfolios. In addition to the ones listed on screens, we've got Avagotchi, Wrapped UST, True UST, Ren BTC, Solana, and Nexo. So these will, I think they're live at the moment on Polygon, and looking forward to seeing how these will help diversify some of the strategies we're seeing on the platform and give managers more tools to use in their arsenal. The big exciting one is for when Toros tokens will be ready. The word is next week for managers to use. So looking forward to seeing some short-term leverage short positions in portfolios using BTC Bear and ETH Bear tokens via Toros, especially in the current market conditions we've got at the moment, where there's a bit of a crab happening or even a bit of a small bearish market, where managers can hopefully start shorting to improve their performance in pretty challenging conditions.
Thanks, Jake. And a little alpha, like we're planning on integrating Uniswap very, very soon. No definitive date yet, but obviously once Uniswap is integrated, then there will be much more deeper liquidity. So then more assets can be enabled for managers, which I think that's what a lot of managers have been asking about, is to have more assets that are available for trade and providing liquidity to earn more returns and to diversify. Do you have any questions while we're sort of going along? Probably just...
Or even has everyone had a crack at Toros yet and had to work with the interface and tried some short-term positions?
Yeah, I have. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty seamless. I got into a trade, within less than 3 minutes. Just from figuring it out from start to finish, real easy.
Awesome. Do you think you'll use it in your portfolio, Helios, when it's switched on?
Yeah. Hell yeah! I'm waiting for that shit to get enabled.
Hey, yeah, we are.
This is the Toros DApp, so you can see the ETH there is performing significantly well, same as the Bitcoin there.
In the future, are we going to get more Toros assets?
Yeah, for sure.
Great.
Definitely
Great,
working on lots more sort of automated different products, depending on what is what's sort of popular and what's sort of requested as well. So if you have specific ideas on structured products or anything you'd like to see, then definitely shoot us a line and sort of reach out. But yeah, definitely looking at increasing those the suite of assets so that there's many more tools that people can utilise.
Is Toros going to be directly correlated with the Aave? So anything Aave offers, Toros offers, or will it be further than that in some way?
How do you mean?
We might have other integrations, like we might do a strategy with Uniswap LPs. So it won't be just limited to Aave.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, pretty much it could be any, because Toros is built on top of DHedge. So, like as DHedge integrates more protocols, then Toros can then has more flexibility in those, utilizing all those integrated dApps to produce different strategies, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought it was only Aave based. No, okay, yeah, makes total sense.
Yeah, Aave's
if you have any ideas for things and automated strategies that might make your life easier, then yeah, feel free to sort of put it out there. So yeah, like keeping leverage longs and shorts, leverage in Aave, and doing that, looping through the deposits and withdrawals is a real pain to do manually. So there's real value there. So if you have some ideas of things that could make your life easier, yeah, let us know.
Definitely.
Thanks, Helios. Excuse me. So yeah, we also released these new DHT Dynamic Bonds. I don't know, Erwin, if you want to talk about this, I'm happy to talk about it. Or
yeah, fine. Yeah, I can say a few words. So just zooming out, Dynamic Bonds is a take on Olympus-style bonds for building protocol and liquidity and revenue. But the idea is, rather than just having fixed lockups for short periods of time, making it dynamic, so those lockups can happen up to 1 year with bigger discounts the longer you lock up for. We've been doing small tranches, 25k DHT per week, and they've been selling out pretty fast. So the initial discounts were higher, and now they've sort of come down to about 30% discount with a 1 year lockup. So about once a week these become available, but yeah, they do sell out pretty quick. And yeah, the other advantage is, as you got there on the slide, is we can, the DAO can decide where to put the liquidity. So to start off with, it'll go into DUSD, DHT, so it'll earn yield from DUSD and provide liquidity for DHT and any swap volume fees there as well. So yeah, that's basically it.
thanks, Erwin. Does anyone have any questions about bonds? We haven't really discussed it too much.
I've got a quick one, Matt. I know I asked you this a couple weeks back. How long do you guys plan on running these weekly bonds? Do you guys have a time limit? Is there a certain amount of liquidity that's going to be distributed before they end, or is this going to run until you guys decide to stop providing these DHT bonds?
Yeah, I guess so. It was really because I think because they're proving to be quite popular, so it's a good way for the protocol to generate that revenue and sort of utilize it. But there's no sort of definitive sort of end date or anything. It's really up to how successful it is and what the feedback is, from the community as well.
It's a good question. We might come to a point where you go, well, do we need any more liquidity for DHT, for example? Maybe we have enough and that's fine. And maybe there's more opportunity to earn fees on some other pairs. You might even go into, say, ETH USDC pair. So that's kind of possible, and that's kind of one of the flexibilities with having it within DHedge, and we plan to have it in a DHedge pool as well.
Awesome.
Thanks. It was Patrick, wasn't it?
Correct, yep.
Yeah. Cheers. Thanks for that. Was there any other questions around dynamic bonds?
Is it going to be only on Polygon, or will it be on Optimism also in the future?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Do you think it should be on other chains as well?
People might just like Optimism via versus Polygon preference, whatever. Just more options for someone.
Yeah, totally. That makes sense.
There's no reason why it can't be. I think it's just depending on what's popular and what's going to continue to gain the most traction.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, so the other exciting thing is obviously we just finished Q4 recently, and we've got the current governance vote. for the distribution to all the DHT stakers. So if you jump on the governance page, you can vote for how much of the protocol treasury you'd like distributed. So the way that works is, if it's like 5%, you can see it from the screen, is leading at the moment. So then 5% will be liquidated from the protocol treasury, and then that will be used to buy back DHT just at market prices, and then that will be distributed accordingly to the stakers. So yeah, definitely jump on and vote for that. Okay, do we have any other questions? Anything else I've possibly missed? Actually, the other thing I've actually totally forgot, we started triple performance mining as well. So now all the pools on Polygon that have a ranking that meet the certain criteria are earning DHT, Matic, and also 1-inch rewards. So the first distribution of that was just done recently. I think it was earlier this week or last week. So that's going to be ongoing for another two months. So that's exciting for anyone that's earning those performance mining rewards, because I think it's up to works at about 25%, I think, if you include all three of those at the moment. So yeah, any other questions from the community or anything else we want to bring up?
I got one more. I got one more request, or maybe a topic for the future for Optimism. Cuenta, the exchange trading program that we're using for iframe. It has a very delayed price feed. Will we have different options available later?
Different options as in for trading the synths, or just in
or something. I don't know what the proper maybe answer or question is to it. I'm just personally noticing a price feed delay on Cuenta where yes, we could take advantage of it. Great. I mean, that, working with the system, that's fine and all, groovy. But the price feed delay is there, and sometimes it's longer. It's bigger than maybe a 10-cent delay, and it will last for maybe a minute or two before it gets updated properly. I don't know if that can be fixed, rectified, any other way. I just wanted to bring it up.
Yeah, I guess it just depends, because that's the same. If it's across like Cuenta, or if you're using it via DHedge, then that will just be obviously there's going to be some delay, because an oracle is not going to update straight away, and depending on where you're comparing the prices to anyway. But I'm not sure if that gap can be closed sort of somehow.
Yeah, that's the answer. I mean, it's a response. I figure that could be, if we just got to work with it. But either way, okay, sounds good. I just wanted to bring it to you guys as aware.
Well, if it's become a common issue that people are having, we can possibly speak to Cuenta to see if there's anything they can do about it.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll circle back to that if more people say something.
Yeah, I think if you're not getting the exchange price that Cuenta's giving, then and if there's delay, then maybe it's something that Cuenta can look into.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Helios. Was there any other questions or any other topics we want to bring up? Oh, okay, we might just wrap it up then. So really thanks everyone for joining. It was good to see everyone's back in full swing in the new year, and lots of exciting things to come in DHedge, namely just rolling out to more chains and integrating more protocols, and look out for a more in detailed blog post on what we've done so far, and really nailing down all the achievements and the full detailed roadmap for 2022.